fight for you!
Welcome to the Wrestling Gremlins podcast.
I knew you'd come.
Episode 45. I am Bobby. This is Nick. I'm a little excited. We haven't done a show in about, 3 weeks? It's been fucking forever. And there's been a lot of things been going on. And now we're here. I found Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Where the fuck have you been?
I was in the shitty hell of Monday Night Raw last night.
Oh, yeah. You went to Raw in San Jose. Tell me how it was.
Sucked.
You know, everything wasn't bad. You mean, I have to say the main thing.
No, it sucked. All right, let me,
Go ahead,
So-
please tell me. You were there. I wasn't.
it's painful, dude. It's stop and start from the beginning. It's like they have a match or a segment, 10 minutes of commercials.
That is
Segment,
brutal.
commercial. Like, they don't do anything in the middle to entertain people. It's like Bray Wyatt comes out and stands in the ring. They just shut the lights off. And you watch some TV shit like you would be at home. And then all of a sudden the music fades in. And it's like, oh, we're back to live. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, I kept thinking back to like when I went to the very first Raw in 97 in San Jose.
Mhm.
That shit didn't stop.
No, he didn't. You know, especially even like with when we always talk about it, but the Royal Rumble we both went to when we were kids in San Jose, if there was a stoppage, it was just to show a video package on the big screens
Yeah.
to get you prepared for the match.
Yeah, there was nothing like that. I mean, the coolest thing probably to me was I got to see Goldust wrestle Bray Wyatt, but the one time I get to see Goldust wrestle, he's as Dustin Reynolds.
I thought that'd be really cool. I thought like you were gonna get fucking psyched for that.
I was, and he was like, I don't want to wrestle him as Goldust. I was like, motherfucker!
Yes, you are one of the biggest Goldust fans I've ever met.
Yeah, love me some Goldust. Starcade, motherfuckers. Give me that sweet final deletion.
I know everybody's been talking about Cody coming back for that match with him and his brother versus the Hardys, but that is not going to happen. He is making way too much money with the indie bookings he's doing, and he's having too much fun. I mean, do the one-off, unless they let him do everything he's doing now, there's no way that Cody's going to even think about it.
Show up with his Bullet Club, the Ring of Honor, the legit Ring of Honor, like...
World title?
No,
the ring they have now.
It was really disappointing. It was like one of those things where like I appreciate the gift that it was, but like Raw is totally meant for TV. Like I told them, I was like, the next time WWE's in town, it's live events only.
Yeah, that'd probably be a lot more fun. But I think if you notice with WWE in San Jose, they do a few house shows, but the majority of it now is either SmackDown or Raw.
Yep. They only bring the big shows. And I bet you after there was nobody there.
Really?
Yeah.
The crowd didn't seem too horrible for it.
The crowd was dead as fuck.
Really? They must have mic'd it up really well.
Yeah, it was so like you saw where we sat, because like I was like right by the entrance. I got to watch Braun Strowman truck Enzo.
That's what's the best part of Raw.
So he hit him so fucking hard.
Oh man.
I gotta give Enzo credit though. He didn't Baron Corbin it and look back. He just looked straight ahead. Was like, I'm about to get fucking run through.
Yeah. Or they just didn't tell him and he's got trucked for legit reasons. They don't like him. They don't like him in the back, man. So I can see, hey, just go truck this motherfucker. And what's Enzo gonna do? What the fuck, Braun? What'd you say, little man?
What'd you say? Oh, Braun.
Braun.
Over. I don't know. So like where we sat this time, I didn't get a bunch of little dudes where like we could have fun, like a pay-per-view.
That's cool.
I had these 3 kids in front of us, and the girl proceeded to record every segment on her phone.
Oh,
and I was like, why are you? It's on TV.
Yeah, what are you getting out of this?
Watch it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just sounding like an old man, even though I'm only 31. But I miss the old days of wrestling, like even going to shows. Like no one had their phones out. No one, because there wasn't really phones to record shit. But like it wasn't like that. It was about going out with your friends and family and just having a blast,
And so we did a big ass move off the top rope. camera strobes everywhere.
yeah,
I miss that. That is gone. You never see flashes anymore.
and I've had questions like when I tried to talk to Andre or a few other of our friends, and they ask us, so like, what are you watching nowadays? Because I know you say you're not the biggest fan of WWE. And I tell them it's not that I'm not a fan of WWE. My heart will always lie with WWE. That's where my dad sat me at 3 years old in front of the TV to say, here's Saturday Morning Superstars, I
Yeah.
love WWE. I will always love it. Even if it gets shitty, I will still watch it. But people ask me, like, what are you really into? And I'm like, Ring of Honor and New Japan. That's how it's been. Ring of Honor for a while. Like, it's been years now that I've really liked Ring of Honor, which I've talked about. But New Japan has really caught my heart lately, the last maybe year to 2 years.
Because
Go ahead.
No, well, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It was just like with New Japan, and I feel like I'm beating a dead fucking horse, but I guess that's what's going to happen. But like, you get a story in a backstage segment and what happens in the ring. There's not these big long vignettes, or if there's a vignette, it's a good vignette, or if you win the main thing, you get your moment to speak. But like, fuck, dude, everyone's trying to do the shoot on everybody. Roman Reigns using shit last night. Did they bleep that on TV?
Yeah, but you can tell what he said. I mean, it's easy to tell.
Like, it was so lame. And, like, the fact that, like, Cena wasn't there really kind of was, like, shitty. Like, they could have done a video segment, like, him on the plane, like, you're right, I couldn't be there. I was in China because I wanted to make sure we got this because I care about the entire company.
No, they should have done that. That's an excellent point. They should have done that to work the storyline. It's like, yeah, no, sorry, Roman. I'm sorry, I'm not there tonight, but I got to make money for the company because you're not making enough money for us.
But they got to use the fucking movie star. I was like, John Cena doesn't even have a movie coming out right now. That shit is annoying.
Yeah, he's doing things to make movies, but it's not going to be out for a while.
Yeah, Total Bellas has returned.
I have been watching it.
Yes, John Cena is still my favorite character.
He is, but Daniel Bryan is proving himself to be the most feminine beast I've ever seen in my life. Like,
dude, I think he wants to be a woman.
Yeah, like he's hella feminine. Like, look at all the recycling. Oh, I want to have a baby. But like, dude, then you put like the thing on him, like the thing. What's it called? What's it called?
The birth simulator.
Yeah, the birth simulator. And dude, he's just sitting there like nothing. Like getting. If you look at JJ's a little punk bitch, but if you look at I'm just kidding. I know JJ. Yeah, he's such a girl, dude. But with Daniel Bryan, he just sits there getting electrocuted, even to the point that John Cena's like, hey, man, maybe you should take it off him. So Daniel Bryan, like, even though he's kind of a girl, man, he is a fucking monster.
I think it's beautiful. Like, honestly, have you listened to his podcast with Edge and Christian? The one that
I have not.
So it was the most dad podcast ever. I'm not a father. You are, so you should listen to it. But Daniel Bryan should have been a scientist because he loves research, and he's a fucking nerd. Like, in the
nerd
sense, like.
Sorry, I had to.
No, I was setting it up. Had to make sure somebody got. But like for Daniel Bryan, he has these wonderful qualities. I hate him as the SmackDown GM. I love hearing him talk outside of the ring because he's a very open-minded person in a way, as long as it fits within a certain parameters. But like, he will gladly listen to what you say. So I guess not that open-minded, but he'll listen to what you say and then ask you the questions, like the deeper questions. So that's nice. But he's very effeminate. And he's willing to look at it the perspective of a male that can actually experience this. Like, would you have a baby since you gave one to Tina? Like, would you sit down and be like, sure, I'll see what the hell you're about to go through?
I think, like, if everybody was doing it, like, putting an electrocute thing on them.
No, like your wife came to you and was like, or your girlfriend came to you and was like, I want you to feel what it's like to give labor because I want you to understand when I tell you to kill your cunting self.
Well, for Tina, pulling back the fourth wall, for Tina, it wasn't as bad as it is for everybody else. When they gave her all the drugs. You
could just throw a hot dog down that hallway before the baby.
No. When Mason was being born, they popped her water, they broke her water, and they couldn't find a heartbeat because he came before the cord, and they had to do emergency C-section, so they knocked her out. She didn't feel anything. Like she was.
She got and pop that motherfucker right out, you.
Yeah. I was the first one to see my son.
Oh.
You mean? but I made sure not to hold him before she did. You know what I mean? I wanted to make
Like,
it
no,
fair.
not touching that, not touching it,
I touched him. Like, I mean, like, oh my god, that sounded horrible. I held his hand and said, "What's up?" But I was like, "Do you want to hold him?" I was like, "No, I want her to hold him first." I wanted to be respectful in that aspect. She carried him for 9 months. Like, dude, that's her. That's her. That's all her
Ready
right
for
there.
this wrestling transition? It's like touching
Yeah.
the title before a match. I always find that when
What?
people touch the titles, trophies, or anything, you lose.
Oh yeah, well, I
Like,
don't know. I don't think
like
the
when
Sharks.
people like pick it up and they like lift the belt. I'm like, got ahead of yourself
Well,
there, little britches.
they have that thing in sports too, where you're not supposed to touch the for like say when the Sharks won the Western Conference. I don't think they touched.
Nope, they don't touch it. They just stand around it.
Yeah, I think Crosby touched it and they fucking won. Those fucking assholes. I hate the Penguins. Fuck. But going into more about like Raw, like it was funny because like Cena wasn't there, Brock wasn't there, and that was their go home episode.
It was the go home. They should have both been there.
Yeah, I mean, and is it me? Because I'm sure you saw it too when Michael Cole did his sit down with those guys. Did you see that on the when it was live?
Yeah, they put it up on the because like we were sitting to the side of the big screen, so we couldn't see the main Titantron. We had to look up at the scoreboard,
which is all newish. Like the last couple of years, it's really big.
I mean, it's way the fuck up there during wrestling events.
Oh, it's not as low as it's for Sharks games?
No, God, no. I think it's like way the fuck up there. Like, so you know where it is for the? I mean, I guess they just put a lot of lights around it, so it's harder to see. There's a lot of things around it.
Yeah, all the lights on top.
Pretty cool to see the back of the light board at Raw. Like that's the thing. It's like when I go there, I'm like looking. I'm not watching. I'm like looking around like how shit works. We were like dead eye on the gorilla, and I was like, I just want to see him sitting there.
Yeah, I see Vince.
Yeah, you couldn't like the way the curtains are set up when they blast through them. They're so heavy, they just drop right back into place. Like damn,
you don't see nothing. The thing though, like, what did you think of the the sit down interview that Michael Cole did with Brock and Braun?
Braun's promo strength is getting better. That teleprompter was set perfectly. Like, I don't know. Like, Braun he's been tested. And McMahon, I think, there's a part of it feels like McMahon's trying to out Triple H right now and be like, yeah, all your little dog shit, Rosebud, world champion taking on Brock Lesnar. What do you have, Triple H? Oh, indie darlings. They already can wrestle.
Yeah, it's true. But you mean, I got to say something about Braun. Braun, for being green as grass, Braun has been highly impressive.
I think Braun was of the mentality that the mentality clicked in his brain. And he said, I have just been given a golden basically a blank check of life. Go for it. Now, we're going to tell you to say what to do, how to wear, and go out in public and don't make an ass of yourself. So, ready, set, go. Oh, you get to kill a shit ton of people on the way, too.
But even his matches aren't bad. Like everybody likes to shit on Roman. Like, and I'm not Roman Reigns' biggest fan by any means. But when he's had matches with certain people, they've been good. And the one that he's had really good matches with, Braun Strowman. Like Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns have had some really good matches.
It fits Roman's ability. Like I couldn't see Roman fighting Zack Sabre Jr. That match.
I could. I definitely could because you have two different styles. You have the person.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
I'll rebuttal.
I know you got really excited, but like, hold on. Just hear me out.
Oh yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
How do you think that match is going to play out?
Well, we all know that Roman's going to win.
He's get tied up in submission moves also.
Okay, but look at this. So think about this. Look at Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr.
And Tanahashi got bent around like a pretzel, and that booking was garbage.
But still, like, dude, you can have people. Okay, look, Roman's going to win the match. We know that. Roman's going to win the match, just like Tanahashi won the match against Zack Sabre Jr.
He's on seeing the shit out of that match.
But yeah, I know, right? Tanahashi totally John Cena'd it. Like he's getting his ass kicked the whole match and just turns it around on Sabre Jr. Yeah.
It was a long ass match too. It was like what, 30 minutes?
It was something like that.
Yeah, like they went 30 minutes, and like every time I was like, why is Tanahashi still losing? Isn't this over yet? And then,
like to the point that my girlfriend, who was really, really drunk that night, came in and stumbled in, like, which I was like, come on, just be quiet. I'm trying to watch this.
What
At like 5 in the morning, and I'm dead sober. And she looks over and she sees what Zack Sabre Jr. is doing to Tanahashi. And she's like, what is going on right now? Like, is he going to break his arm? I was like, it's a very big possibility.
It's a very big possibility.
But going back to what you asked me, like, how would that work? You had the dynamic of Roman Reigns being that powerhouse. And see, when you have powerhouse versus powerhouse, sometimes it does work, like say with Braun and Braun and Roman. But when you go powerhouse versus submission wrestler, he can go for that Superman punch and then get caught in an armbar. He can go for the spear and get put into a guillotine. Like, there's things they could work around that.
Okay, so those
to make
two
it work.
moves. Now we got to get. Let's say we had to get 15 minutes out of those two.
Zack Sabre Jr. is a fucking technician, dude. He can do it.
I have no doubt about Zack Sabre Jr. It's the question of how do you make it so Roman's safe? Because
you put him in a lot of submissions.
Turned into a pretzel, he'd have to be rolling him in pins or finding big heavy moves to get out. I don't know. It was the best example I could come up with. Fucker, why do you got to make it about you?
I'm not about me. It's about Zack Sabre Jr. and Roman Reigns. Like, I'm just
I
giving you the
I want to see it to see how this actually happens. Now I'm thinking about it. I just want to see him get bent into a fucking pretzel.
The closest thing you'll get to that is, if it happens, it'll probably be in a few years, would be that him versus Kyle O'Reilly. Because Kyle O'Reilly is easily, hands down, the best submission wrestler they have on the roster right now.
Which sucks, because Gulak could have been a really good one, but they just... None of those cruiserweights, nobody cares about them. It sucks.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Besides Kyle O'Reilly, who do you think is the best submission wrestler on WWE television?
Pete Dunne.
I was gonna go with Chad Gable.
Yeah, Gable likes to bend him, but he also likes to throw him around. I'm trying to think of crazy moves, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, their hands bending in a way. No. Yeah. I would like to see Sabre Jr. I'm sure it's out there if I go look for it.
O'Reilly versus Sabre Jr.?
No, Sabre Jr. versus Dunne.
Oh yeah, probably. They've all probably fought each other.
I'm like, if I go look for it, I know I'll find the match. It'll probably rule fucking hard. And then I'll see WWE and be like, this sucks.
Yeah, I've actually heard a little bit of rumors. It's not. I don't think anything of it right now, because he's kind of said that he wants to keep doing what he's doing.
Hangman?
But I guess no, not Hangman. Hangman's kidnapped. But no. There's rumors that WWE has a little bit of interest in Marty Scurll.
Yeah, there's the rumor. I
think it's gonna be a little bit before that happens. I think they all want to be together for a while.
I don't know. I think he went to Japan and he didn't take off as well there as he had hoped for, maybe with the Bullet Club. Because he's not doing a lot right now. He's on vacation or some shit.
Well, he's gonna be fighting in a couple days on the pay-per-view.
What's he on the Ring of Honor one?
Yeah.
So I know that
I forget the guy's name. I forget who he's fighting. Gentleman something. God.
Yeah, I don't know. The Gentleman's Gentleman or some shit like that.
Yeah, I forget. But yeah, he's gonna be doing that. I'm gonna try to watch the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Finances are a little hurting right now, just because it's that part of the year, But November, I'm gonna get a little bit of money, and hopefully something cool happens in November. But if that happens, I will definitely let that be known then. But I want to ask your opinion on something. Bayley came out in our hometown of San Jose. Sounds like she was getting cheered there. Was that true, or is that just Mike?
Out of her.
Well, not you.
Everybody around me.
Did everybody else boo the shit out of her?
It was kind of like, yeah. I mean, Bayley failed. Bayley needs to go back to NXT.
I don't think she failed. I think what happened is they did not book her properly.
Well, no. The NXT character worked for the indie idea. It worked for NXT. That character never got, hey, guys, you want to wrestle? Fuck, dude, really? We're doing this? I hated Napoleon Dynamite, and she's the wrestling equivalent.
Well, you know what I think killed her? Is that booking against Alexa Bliss.
Getting just worked.
And just being a puss, dude. As much as I like Bayley, dude, you have her, it's I don't want to get extreme. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And there was no payback to it. There was no comeback. There was all just
she didn't get
her ass kicked. Yeah, she didn't get. She did not get extreme at all. She just did. She got worked, and that was it. And that's what sucks because Bailey was one of those characters who never give up, and they kept on kicking ass. And I don't know. It just never really came to fruition where it really could have mattered. But what I think she should have done, I hit her up on Twitter about this. I think in San Jose, when she got on the top rope, like saying what's up to the fans, she should have done the chomp, the power play thing that the Sharks do. The fans would have popped. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I think that would have worked.
This?
Not the chomp, not the chop.
The chop, like, you want her to tell them all to suck it? I think.
Not the suck it chop. The San Jose Sharks
awesome.
chomp.
Like, what? Like, yeah, all right, cool. Bailey's being a bitch now. I mean,
But no, if she was going to turn the heel, I think it's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is Sasha's going to win the belt this weekend, and then Bailey's going to give her the hug, and she's going to turn on her. Everybody thinks Sasha's going to turn. I think Bailey's going to be the one that turns this weekend.
I just don't care. The only thing I'm actually excited about is the last two matches and Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens possibly killing the fuck out of each other.
But that's a different pay-per-view.
It is a different pay-per-view, but I can be excited for it. Dude,
of course.
Vince McMahon bled. Like, the blood of the saints was on the ring.
We're not there yet. We're still on Raw. The Raw that you went to.
Whatever.
Do you think
it's
cool?
Thinking about it, and I was like, yeah.
I know. Well, I'll definitely get into that in a second. What did you think of Raw? Like, not Raw, but what did you think of Bailey getting added to the pay-per-view this Sunday?
Bullshit.
Yeah, she didn't really deserve it.
It's like, wait, why?
What did you do?
The only reason she's there is to move that storyline along. Emma's there to eat the pin.
Probably. Which sucks. I like Emma probably out of all those guys. But I like Alexa Bliss. But out of all of those people right now, I think it'd be really cool to have
Nia.
Not Nia, but Emma actually win the belt. But I don't see that happening. I think she's still eating that big bag of shit because she didn't do that Emmalina thing.
Yeah, well, dude, they could Zack Ryder and have her win the pay-per-view and lose it on Raw.
Didn't she Zack Ryder herself by banging that dude?
Yeah, well, Zack Ryder and her broke up, supposedly.
Yeah, that's true. True.
So
did Enzo.
Yeah, yes!
So did Enzo and Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan is now with Tyler Bate.
She wanted that accent.
He's giving her that mustache mountain rides.
Yeah, she wanted that teabag.
Masturbate.
Masturbate.
Oh man. But yeah, getting into SmackDown. There's been some pretty cool shit going on. Well, not really. There's only one really cool thing, and that's Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon's storyline. And what I've said too is, if you ever work with Vince McMahon,
you're in, dude. You're made.
You're made. And it makes me happy because Kevin Owens is my favorite wrestler on the roster. So I'm happy that he has that in. He got to beat the shit out of Vince McMahon.
You know what they're making,
Vince
right?
Must care enough. Huh?
Kevin Owens is going to be the next Stone Cold.
No. I love Kevin Owens, but he'll never be the next Stone Cold.
No, he'll never be, dude, because you got to think about it. We were kids then. We were young during that point. And yes, kids will be able to go back and watch Stone Cold, but it ain't got the same impact. This is the first time in a minute that you've seen Vince McMahon get fucking beat up.
No, that's wrong too.
When?
What about when Roman Reigns beat his ass?
He punched him in the mouth.
Didn't he spear him as well?
No, I think he only got Superman punched.
Okay. But okay, yeah, he got the shit beat on by Owens. Okay, I'll agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But and Orton also beat up Vince too.
I'm saying for this new crop, Orton beat up Vince
okay.
fucking, 10 years ago?
But still, okay, this new crop.
One of my favorite things in the world that I ever got to see Randy Orton do was punch the living piss out of Vince's face. Like, holy shit.
Dude, that was tight. Dude, I hated the match between Triple H and Orton in that match. The WrestleMania thing.
Yeah.
But the build-up was great, dude. Like, Triple H breaking through the house looking for Orton, and like he's just smashing shit with a.
Didn't he punt Stephanie too?
No, he was going to, but I know he RKO'd her, and I think he gave her that DDT. I think he gave her that DDT too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But totally. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna say. I was like totally lost track. But with this generation, it can never be that because it's so PG that you cannot get to the level that Austin and McMahon got to. It's like watching Beavis and Butthead and then all of a sudden watching Sesame Street.
That's not necessarily the case. You gotta get smarter about your edginess.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's not like that. I'm just saying it isn't like that now.
Well, no, you're right. We don't have titties and beer and guns, Brian Pillman, broken necks, chair shots to the head. I mean, we can go down the list of beautiful moves that we don't get to see anymore. Pile drivers, unless you're the Undertaker, the only pile driver person in the world in the WWE, unless it's Cruiserweight Classic, in which there was a burning hammer used.
It's funny.
Kill people with that thing.
But no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the writing needs to be better. I agree with you that it doesn't need to be that great.
Shit, dude. The writing will always be 9th grade comic book writing.
I don't think the writing was that bad back in the day.
No, back in the day was the Wild West. Like we're gonna get it from two very different ways, because you look at it as like it was that was the era. It's like the golden age. There are people that herald back to dude, I want to fight the Freebirds. I wanted to fight Rock and Roll Express. That's a totally different section. Cream rises to the crop back then.
Cream rising to the top. Cream of the crop. Cream rising to the top. Fucking more Nickisms.
That was Macho Man.
Oh yeah, but you said it wrong.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
Y'all know
cream of the crop and cream rises to the top. Oh my god. Love you, man.
You.
But no, I'm not saying that the Attitude Era was the best. But if you really think about it, my dad used to tell me stories about how Andre the Giant, how he was before I was, old enough to watch him. Because I remember him, 3, 4, 5 years old. Like, who's this big motherfucker? And like I remember him with Heenan, which, by the way, I'm gonna pause this really quick and say, rest in peace, Bobby the Brain Heenan. You want to say rest in power, either or. Bobby the Brain Heenan was the best. We will get into that in a second, but let's back to the writing. I wish I was able to experience back in the day stuff with the Freebirds and like all the stories that you hear that are so crazy, but what we got was the Attitude Era. And I think the writing for the Attitude Era and a little bit after that with the Ruthless Aggression Era was still better than the writing we're getting now.
Well, it's safer now. Like, people get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
Jinder Mahal's promo. People are pissed.
We can't even say Halloween at my work. At the school, we're not allowed to call it Halloween. We have to call it the Harvest Festival.
I've always known it as a Harvest Festival. I mean, you could always call it the Samhain Festival and really piss people off.
Yeah, I was like, why can't we call it Halloween? It's like, oh, because of, the pagan, I guess pagan's a religion. It's like, what, you didn't think pagan was a religion? Like, we never stopped anyone before. Like, the fuck? Yeah, so I don't know.
I thought talking about Christmas trees then.
I know, I was about to say, so Christmas. What's your
Christmas trees? Oh no, like, Christmas is okay.
They're holidays trees, Nick. Holiday trees.
Festivus.
For the rest,
it's all pagan rituals the Christians stole.
Yeah. But the thing is like, I don't know, man. Like, I look at stuff nowadays as the whole PG era, and I'm fine with it as long as I think it's laziness, man. Like, as someone who's a writer, like, I love to write. That's what I do. That's my best forte in school. And I'm getting acknowledged for it, is writing. And I see this lazy fucking writing, lazy booking, and it's like even Raven said on his podcast, it's like everybody thinks they can be like a booker, but then you're only booking for one show. What do you do for the next show, and the next show, and the next show? And what are you going to do for all these people? I don't find it to be that damn hard. I find it to be like something I would find to be as a really cool challenge. I love writing about stuff. But WWE, who has a fucking dickload of staff, can't write for shit.
Yeah, that is silly, but okay. Now imagine it's not that you're writing for what, let's say the roster's what? 40 people on each side, give or take.
Okay. It's probably more, but sure, we'll go with that.
I don't really know what their actual active roster is, because you roughly see 12 to 13 wrestlers per episode.
On the new game, I think it's 170 wrestlers, but that's also involving old-timers.
NXT legends. Downloadable. There's a bunch. Goldberg is not an active wrestler. Sting is not an active wrestler. Ultimate Warrior's fucking dead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying it's not 170s, but it's probably closer to 100 than it is 80.
In the total roster?
Yeah.
I'm thinking per show, because Raw and SmackDown are two separate shows. They have their own writers. So
Yeah.
let's say they're like, okay, we have our main stories we're pushing. We have X, Y, and Z. But beneath those, we need our sub-stories, A, B, and C. Now, we need to put fillers here, tie these together, and have a reason for them to interfere. You're right. It shouldn't be hard, but when you go, okay, now we've used that trick for 6 months, I can't use that trick with anybody else. What's the next play? I understand where the big fucked up puzzle that it is can be. But it also should be that they could tell a cohesive story. They drop storylines left and right because people won't get them over because they don't give them any time or they want a vignette to get through. Golden Age. But Fashion Peaks fucking worked. Fashion Peaks worked because whoever was writing that was smart as fuck to know what's the hottest thing going right now that we can capitalize on. Twin Peaks had just come back. It was the hottest thing going on TV for a minute. They can't do Game of Thrones because it'd be way too fucking hard. But doing Twin Peaks with the Fashion Police was great. Those guys had charisma and energy, and somebody smart to write for them and their strengths in just a amount of time to give everybody a reprieve from the repressive nonsense they were dealing with during the rest of the show.
Yeah, definitely a mouthful, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah, but no, that's good though. I totally agree. And the one thing I don't understand is when they had the chance to give them the titles, why didn't they?
Fear. I don't know. It feels like they trust people with certain belts that they shouldn't. Like,
you could still give it to the New Day a month later. You can give it to the Usos a month later, but give the fans that little like pop, like, oh shit, the Fashion Police are the champions.
yeah,
I think that'd be kind of cool. I like the Fashion Police.
everybody likes the Fashion Police. I'm kind of burned on New Day.
Yeah, I think they need to kind of do something different.
They need to go
they were good as heels. They were, but they were so good at heels they got over as faces.
Right. They need to like they need to right to censor it. Not like right to censor, but like that obnoxious, like interrupting matches, stopping things, just basically, but only like screwing over Sami Zayn. Like, just start to do things that are like, what? We're funny. We're the New Day. Isn't it funny? And
kind of what Dolph Ziggler's trying to do.
Yeah, they should have done that with oh my god, all of the New Day doing the Warrior entrance.
I don't know. I think too. I mean, the New Day's kind of lost the mystique that they had of being funny. That you could see through it now. You know what I mean? Every once in a while they'll do something kind of goofy, and I still think the funniest thing that they did was the rap battle because mostly the Usos called out Xavier Woods.
Yeah, there's other things that they've done. You know, it really wasn't good. The Old Day.
Oh, the Old Day was horrible, dude. Horrible.
That's gonna make the network worse. I wonder if they're ever gonna do that, like the worst segments in WWE history, and just have.
Okay, what was worse, that or the Bailey "This Is Your Life" segment with Alexa Bliss?
No, we're talking like a top 20 countdown of bad segments.
Well, I know. I want to know what you thought was worse out of those two.
I don't know. They're both really bad. Like, both really, really, really bad. Probably the This Is Your Life, because I've always hated the This Is Your Life.
Ooh, The Rock did a really good one with Mick Foley.
Yeah, but I've never liked him. Like, whenever someone's like, This Is Your Life, I'm like, oh, God, we're going to do this stupid thing. Yeah, like, there's certain types of segments I don't like. Festival of Friendship, love the barbershop throwback. Anything involves throwing people through windows, I'm fucking in.
It's happened to Jericho twice now.
Jericho, yeah, because Jericho's a soldier. He will be like, we're going to do this, and you're going to do this to me, and you're going to fucking thank me for it in 5 years.
Well, no, the first time he did it, remember he threw Shawn Michaels through that TV and messed up Shawn Michaels' eye, supposedly.
Oh, that's right.
And then the second time he got it with Owens doing it to him.
Oh, he also punched Shawn Michaels' wife in the face.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, he just hit her for real.
I mean, it's funny too, man. Jericho, dude, he's the ageless wonder. Like, you can still go, and he's only getting better. Like, it's like not like better wrestling wise, because like, dude, if you look at it with him, Dean Malenko in WCW, you know, and all this stuff like early WWF days.
Yeah, he was
like,
also 20-some years old.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I'm saying I don't want to like, you know, lie to myself like he's a better wrestler. No, he is better in the aspect that he's better at playing the people, the character that he's doing.
Yes. I would love to see Jericho go to commentary and almost take over like the Lawler role.
That would be cool because I mean, like Corey Graves on both shows now.
Yeah. Corey Graves, fucking,
Corey Graves. Sorry,
what?
you said Gaves. Corey Graves.
Whatever.
Corey Graves.
No, it's dude. I have an accent. You haven't figured that out yet. Like I don't. It's just the way I talk. Like
Corey Graves.
y'all get mad at fucking people from Baston in New York or some shit.
But you're from California. Like you're supposed to have a hey, bro. Totally.
Yeah, yeah, no, I have like a California Midwestern fucking thing. It sucks. Talking Californian pikey half the time.
I just sound like a fucking piece of shit, so it kind of works for me.
Yeah, you also look like one too.
There we go.
What the fuck was I saying? Corey Graves
I try to match.
he landed on his fucking feet, dude. For a dude that like was in the same condition that Daniel Bryan is, and like he's like, I can't do it anymore, and now I don't have to get the shit kicked out of me. I can sit here. I get to get flown over the world. Like, do I miss wrestling? Yes. Am I gonna go back to it? Probably not.
Nope.
Like he's set.
He's probably the best announcer on WWE television. I love Mauro Ranallo, but he's a good like play-by-play. But I mean, if you had to talk about like people who put their commentary in, it's hard not to think of Corey Graves. And even though it's only a very small sample size of what he's done over the last few years, I put him up there as one of the better ones we've ever seen. He's very new,
Always consistent. Good at
very clever.
Both heel and putting over people. Because he puts over weird people. Like, he hates Elias Sampson.
Yeah.
But, like, he likes... Like, I'm trying to think who else he likes. Loves Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
He loves
Jason Jordan.
He loves Brock. Like, he doesn't bury either of those two. Like, hates Aiden English.
He hates Enzo.
He really hates Enzo. I truly believe I think he does hate Enzo.
I think everybody at this point hates Enzo.
But I don't know, because, like, honestly, if Enzo, I think I was trying to get to this earlier, but, like, Enzo's eating the plate of shit right now. Now, he's been doing it with a fucking grin and using the shit that people are saying. Like, they're giving him a chance to shoot. Can't wrestle for shit, though.
No.
And, like, if he beats Neville, I'll be like, dude, for real? Take that thing off of him.
I will be pissed if he beats Neville.
He's going to cheat. He'll kick him in the dick or something and fucking win.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I think Neville's going to win just for the sheer fact that, I mean, it's kind of what Don Tony said on the show, how he knows, and it's true, he knows that Enzo is worth money. People are invested in Enzo, but they do not like him. So it's just like, keep getting it when he's close to getting it and pull it back. This ain't going to get it. It's a fucking tease. I totally agree with Don Tony on that aspect, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to get really close like you think it's going to happen, and then 1, 2, oh, Neville kicked out or he has his foot in the ropes, and then all of a sudden he'll look away, and then Neville will kick him in the dick, and then he'll do, like, the Rings of Saturn or the Red Arrow.
I don't know. So, what do you think you should do? Tap him out or pin him?
I like the idea that he's a heel and he's doing the Rings of Saturn. He's not giving the crowd the pop of doing the Red Arrow. But god damn, it's always cool to see.
I got to see it.
Yeah, no, you did. That was really cool. I was thinking about Andre too, because that's like, I know that he went to the show too and he never goes to wrestling stuff. Well, he does go to wrestling stuff, but he's not into it like we are.
No.
But I was like, damn, I wonder what he thinks about that move right there. I wonder what he thinks about the Red Arrow.
Yeah, we all talked about favorite wrestling moves and stuff, and we went to a bar afterwards and we're sitting there bullshit with his friend Logan and some girl that was wanting to get some big Valboskiing. Got a Val Venus joke in this one.
Yeah, you did get a Val Venus joke in here. Good job.
Yeah. So we were talking about shit like that. Like he had fun, but like the one thing that everybody said was like, dude, what the fuck's with all the commercials? I'm like, go to a live event because it's live on TV. Like it's like football. You go to a commercial break, unlike football or hockey or something like that. The stoppages for commercial breaks are few and far between, unless it's stoppage of play and they can go for a quick sec for a sponsor. You know, it's fucking monotonous at the shows. Like, after every match, you at least have 10 minutes. I'm like, Dude, there could have been 4 other matches. Like, they could have filled that entire night with fucking matches.
Yeah.
There were 2 matches before the show. I think 3 matches happened on the show, 2 segments, and then, like, the Miz thing ended the show, and, like, as they're leaving, Braun's walking out, like, to his theme music, and they all, like, sell, like, oh, don't kill me, Braun. Miz just walked by him. I'm like, God damn, dude, just lift that fucking curtain all the way up. They're breaking the Raw table down already, and then Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman killed each other in a street fight.
How was that, by the way? That was a dark match.
Yeah, they bounced stairs off of each other, 2 tables. Braun lost.
Braun lost.
Braun lost. He took a spear through the table.
Oh my god.
The dark matches, you have to understand this way. The dark matches are for the
It's babyface.
It's babyface will always win.
Yeah, it's always babyface.
I would have loved it if fucking John Cena popped up at the end of that.
Do.
Because so when I went to SmackDown, John Cena was on SmackDown. John Cena was not advertised for the card for SmackDown. But when we got to tonight's main event will be John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, and Nikki Bella. I'm like, oh, it's the Team Eskimo brothers. And then I think it was against Baron Corbin and Miz and Maurice. And so yeah. So everybody hits their finish. John Cena and Nikki Bella win, but all the little kids that's what.
Is it me or is Baron Corbin's hair getting worse and worse by the week?
He just needs to grow the beard and shave. Oh wait, Braun Strowman. I don't know what they're gonna do with Baron Corbin because I get it that he's balding, but when he starts rocking a skullet, he's gonna be cock-headed Corbin. He's going to look like a small chode.
Yeah, I don't think that the haircut is fitting him anymore. He needs to cut that shit, dude.
I didn't realize how bad it was until when he was talking to Renee last night. He kept leaning forward. I'm like, why are you wetting your hair, dude? There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing, man. Somebody needs to tell you to cut that shit.
Or just cut it into a Mongol in the back and just have that back part.
Yeah.
If you want long hair, but it's or Tatanka and shave down the sides and leave the top long and hang. Oh, Neville's got that.
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
It's bad.
It is bad.
And he's bad.
Yeah, it sucks because I saw so much potential in him in NXT.
Yeah,
I was he wasn't that great.
Do some stuff,
but he wasn't great. But I saw what Vince likes in people with him.
He's a natural heel. He's great pissing people off. It's just he can do it with Twitter. He's kind of like the Donald Trump of the WWE.
That's what fucked up over his push, though.
Well, yeah, still sticking with that analogy.
Yeah. But we were talking about Corey Graves being one of the best of all time, in our future, the future one of the best of all time. Let's talk about the best of all time. We lost somebody a couple days ago, and I made a joke to you. It's it was really in bad taste, but it was kind of funny. And I was like, wow, San Jose's chanting Bobby. I'm not even there. Can you tell me I'm not there? I know it's my hometown and all, but no actuality. Dude, we lost a legend, the best announcer / manager of all time, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And dude, I have so many memories of Bobby the Brain Heenan growing up. Because that was really, if you think about it, that was the first announcer that I heard, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I was 3 years old. It was him and Gorilla Monsoon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy how quick-witted he was and just all the funny things. And, dude, he would take bumps. He would get in the middle of shit. And he always had the coolest, people he was managing with the Heenan family.
Yeah. You said it best. I don't have that many memories with Bobby the Brain Heenan, necessarily, because at 3, I don't think I was watching.
I'm almost older than you by what? I'm older than you by what? A year and a half?
31. I'm 30.
Yeah, I'm 30. Yeah, you're 30. I'm 31.
But he was a legend, and you go back and you look at the history of it, and he helped write a lot of it. He helped set the bar to what color commentating, managing, how to be a heel manager, how to be a swarmy dick that can fucking win championships, be a legend,
if the death of Bobby the Brain Heenan brings anything, I hope it opens WWE's eyes of what a real manager could be, and they bring it back. Because if you look at people like, Paul Heyman, he's great. He's great at what he does, but he's not Bobby the Brain Heenan because Bobby the Brain Heenan did a few other things, you know. But Heyman's good because he knows that he can make Brock better because Brock can't talk, and Paul Heyman's just a fucking genius. But Bobby the Brain Heenan, and by the way, if you're in the same category as, say, we're talking about Paul Heyman, if you're in the same category as Bobby the Brain Heenan, you're doing something right. That's just there. I'm just gonna put that out there. But Bobby the Brain Heenan, he can make people better, but he also was great himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to reiterate.
Well, I know. It's just like I just wanted to have your thoughts because you have people like that. You had what I'm trying to say is like I want them to bring in more managers because dude, think about what they could do with a Braun, not Braun, yeah, I guess Braun Strowman, but more like Baron Corbin. What they can do with even Shinsuke Nakamura, like he's very over the top, but he's not really. He can't talk well. He doesn't speak well, so like it's kind of hard for him to get over on that level. Where it's like I'm going to be WWE champion. It's like, okay, we get it. You're one of the greatest wrestlers in New Japan, but then you come over here. But dude, that's when you can speak Japanese. You're not speaking Japanese. You're speaking English. And as much as I love Shinsuke, it gets a little rough sometimes.
Yeah. They should have done the Asuka thing with Shinsuke.
Yeah, I mean, Asuka's a little bit better, it seems like, and I think she speaks less English.
Asuka has to say less.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like, when Asuka shows up, all she's going to do is wreck people. And
oh, yeah, I can't wait.
She'll probably, I don't know if she'll win at Mania, but that's, if not Royal Rumble, Mania is where that streak will end. She's going to have the craziest long winning streak.
Who do you think beats her for it?
Probably Charlotte.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or,
I'm not sure.
Or Baszler.
You think so?
Unfortunately, yes.
How about Kairi Sane?
Yeah, it'd be weird to have the Japanese dethrone the Japanese. You need to build a true hero. Well, she could be the female Shinsuke. They both really could be, but it just wouldn't make any sense. I'd rather see Kairi go with Asuka and almost build a tag team out of that.
Yeah, but see, there's no tag team titles. That's what's the only problem about women tag teams. There isn't a tag team title for women.
Yeah.
So, kind of makes it a little more difficult.
Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
It's funny. I forget what show. Maybe it was Don Tony and Kevin Castle. I don't know. There was some show that they asked. One of the fans asked, "Who did you like more, Billie Kay or Peyton Royce? Like, who do you find more attractive?" To me, easily, hands down, Peyton Royce. I think she, in my opinion, is probably the finest lady in WWE.
And Australian.
So is Billie Kay.
I know.
So is Emma.
Yeah, I know. Just, can I have all three? I'm going to be Nick one time.
Nick wants to go down under.
Fuck yeah, mate.
Oh my god. All right. So we've been saving this, and we're gonna do the not predictions, but give our thoughts on the pay-per-view. Because do you have the predictions in front of you, or the?
I couldn't tell you any of the other match. What do we have? We got Roman.
Okay, well, we'll go over it when we get there. But I do want to go over one thing before we get there, because I'll probably we'll be second to last things. I want to go over some New Japan with you too.
Okay.
But the thing I want to go over, and we talked about this a little bit off the air, is I'm sure a lot of people have kind of heard of what's been going on with the Stevie Ray and his producer Matt, whatever, and Don Tony and Kevin Castle, and even now Wrestling Soup's in it because their family, and Mish is a badass motherfucker, and he stands up for his family, and now Wrestling Soup got blocked on Twitter, not blocked, but they got kicked off their own Twitter because Matt, I guess, filed for bullying. So that's kind of new. Fucking puss. Can't believe they do that, man. He starts shitting.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So let's kind of give the backdrop of what happened. Basically, Don Tony and Kevin Castle about 3 years ago said, a little story about, Stevie Ray and say Stevie Ray made this much money and blah blah blah, and Kevin Castle used the facts that he made less than that. He made 700 something thousand a year for being in the NWO and basically sitting at home. Honest to God truth, he got his facts from Meltzer and Keller, so it's not like he's getting false facts. You know what I mean? He's getting his shit straight. I mean that's he's coming legit on that. So wait, I don't know what the fuck Stevie Ray's mad about. And I guess these guys go find a picture of Don Tony doing blackface, I guess. But this is when he was 14 years old. 32 years ago, I was not even born yet. He was a 14-year-old kid, and they were trying to say, oh, Don Tony's a racist. And, you know, everybody's been coming to Don Tony and Kevin Castle's defense because, you know, Stevie Ray very elegantly put, oh, these fruit booties, oh, they could suck my dick, blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, you're basically throwing homophobic slurs at these guys, and they did nothing wrong. They didn't say fuck Stevie Ray. They just called him out like 3 years ago, mind you, on something that wasn't even a big deal. They wouldn't like say, oh, fuck Stevie Ray. It's like, oh, yeah, well, he doesn't really make that much. And it wasn't like in a bad way, just truthful. And then to bring up something, especially kind of talking shit about a 14-year-old kid, even though that's 32 years ago, calling Don Tony a fucking racist, that is ridiculous to me. And I'm not the biggest part of this. You know what I mean? Like, Mish and Wrestling Soup started going back and forth on Twitter, you know, against the guy's name, Matt. I forget his last name. That's how much I don't care. I didn't even know Stevie Ray had a fucking show. That's how, like, little I knew about this, because how fucking horrible, like, the sound quality was horrible, by the way, too. All this was going down. And, like, you know, this guy kept on coming back at Mish, like, oh, blah, 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 like, talking all this shit, like, giving all these fucking fake facts, still coming at Don Tony, calling him a racist. And, dude, honestly, I just said, fuck it, dude. Like, even if Don Tony and Kevin Castle and Wrestling Soup never said any kind of plug for us, like, because they've done it a couple times, which is really nice of them, thank you guys, or, you know, just any, or been cool enough to talk to us on Twitter or anything, it wouldn't be the reason I defended them. I defended them because if you listen to their show, they're good guys, dude. I see a lot of, like, not the show-wise, but a lot of their personalities very much like us. The Kevin Castle's worked in the metal community at clubs for years, and me and Nick have been metalheads basically most of our adult life. I've been fucking listening to metal since I was 11 years old. So 20 years of my life I've been listening to metal. Nick, very much the same way. You know, I'm a hockey fan. Joey Numbers is a hockey fan. You know, like, Mish listens to metal. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we can all tie in together. But the main thing that we have together is we're wrestling fans. And I've listened to these shows now for a very long time. The biggest reason I even got into a podcast, besides just wanting to bullshit with one of my best friends about wrestling, was Don Tony and Kevin Castle and Wrestling Soup. And when these guys, these fucking, I'll use Stevie Ray's terminology, these fruit booties, wanted to fucking talk shit about these guys who did absolutely nothing wrong, especially doing, like, calling a 14-year-old boy out, which was Don Tony at the time, for being racist. Dude, okay, I dressed up as a Ninja Turtle one year, and I painted myself green. Am I fucking racist for liking the Ninja Turtles? He wanted to be Run DMC at 14 years old, when that shit was not considered racist.
Well, a history of... Can I talk?
Yeah, please. Sorry, I'm sorry for venting.
No, that's okay. Like, I'm like, all right, therapy session's over. So I actually sat at work and I thought about this for a long time and brought up, like, first off, the internet is a cruel place, and being a fan of something is also a cruel hobby sometimes. And I don't disbelieve Don Tony in his fandom. And the fact that he went above and beyond was like, dude, I want to be Run DMC. I wanted to do that for Halloween. Halloween is a night in which you get to remove your own face and be something else. Granted, he was in New York at a very interesting time, and he didn't get the shit beat out of him, and he didn't get stabbed that night. So apparently, nobody thought he was racist then. So nobody should think it now. Now, we live in a really weird fucking political climate now where everyone is looking for this little red button that says, you did it, and then there's a blank line, and then you just fill it in. And then they want to push it and make everybody else so they get their 15 minutes of fucking Twitter fire and boobity-boo. Mm-hmm. So that sucks, man. And the fact that people have blown up this much, you're right, it's 32 fucking years ago. So it got me thinking, and I had a really close friend of mine a long time ago. His mom I was like, my second mom, super sweet lady. She's since passed, but that's beyond the point. But his older brother was super fucking smart. And he was in all the AP classes. Now, his AP teacher decided that during the time, this was a teacher, so let's go ahead and think about how this is going to play out. A teacher put it up that if you basically went to class and you dressed the period and like did a speech as one of the great dictators or within that era, you got extra credit on you got extra credit. So they drew at random to get their dictator. Somebody gets Hitler. Now, his mom goes and makes him a full-blown Hitler costume. Goes to school, does it, gets the extra credit, destroys the costume.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of him in it. There is one picture of him. Because she made this. Like, she was like, I fucking made this. Like, if I ever, want to work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Now, let's say that picture were to surface. Now, with none of that story being told, can you imagine what would happen in this climate?
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts. I mean, I was trying to see where you're gonna go there. I was like, oh fuck, okay, where's this gonna go?
No, I thought about man, that's a really bad story, and I remember seeing the picture, like, this is a really bad idea. Like, can you imagine if a teacher did that today?
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't be able to go, dude. Like that wouldn't be able to fly.
You want our kid to come to school dressed as a what?
Yeah.
Had Mussolini, Stalin,
Even though the kid had no choice in it, he picked by random and he got Hitler. I mean, that's a fucking shitty draw for sure. Well, but like, dude, he did his classwork.
It's It's classwork, but is it racist?
I guess there's a point nowadays what people would say is you would fight not to do that. Like you'd be like, oh, well, you should have argued, you should have fought not to do that because that's offensive.
It was extra credit. They all had to give the speech, but if you came dressed, as that dictator.
I think it's the teacher's fault for that.
Right, but at the same...
Yeah. Is it racist? Is it racist? No. No, because I don't think he did it for a racist thing, but it would be really hard to disprove that.
Well, I mean, that's why you say the syllabus papers.
Yeah, like, but then what, you're going to
look, see right there. Well,
okay, well, look, let's think about this one. Don Tony's thing, he was 32. It was 32 years ago. Like he was it was a Halloween thing. What do you have to like save to explain that to somebody? He shouldn't have to explain. He was a 14-year-old kid in a different time period. These fools were digging for that picture and just to fucking like just bury his name like a bunch of pieces of shit. And then now
picture, I tried to find it because I was like, I want to see how good the costume was.
Yeah, I know, right?
He said he spray painted a red wig black. And I was like, I want to see you in a full-blown Adidas tracksuit with a big-ass gold chain. I want to see it. Like, I want to see how good you did at 14 to be Run DMC. And the fact that he said he carried a boombox around the entire night. And
I bet he looked pretty badass.
Them motherfuckers are heavy.
Yeah, dude.
So
yeah, I mean, so you know what?
I don't think you're racist.
Yeah, I don't think you're racist. Like, dude, like I've listened to Don Tony for fucking hella years. And I mean, like, dude, he says some comments, but like he says it himself. He says it just for joking around purposes. And I find that fine, dude. And I wrote this to Mish. Okay, so it's fucked up. It's fucked up for Don Tony 32 years ago to do blackface, I guess, for Run DMC. But it's okay for Dave Chappelle to do whiteface, to do the white announcer. Why is that fair?
But now we're gonna get. I mean, now we can get really.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Like, we can go to like where this conversation can go because it's. Yeah. I mean, that can tie back into the Jinder Mahal promo in which he speaks about bigoted Americans. Look at that transition.
Yeah, let's go that way. Let's go that direction.
Oh, transitional phase because this is gonna get ugly.
I'm going to say this. Racism is fucking bullshit. None of us on our show, and none of them on their shows, are racist either. I think it was a cheap-ass fucking bitch move on their part of Stevie Ray and that Matt dude. I'm leaving it at that. Let's get in the Jinder Mahal. Suck it.
I want to say something so bad, and it's just not. It's just in my fucked up sense of humor, so I'm like, So Jinder Mahal cuts this wonderful promo about Shinsuke Nakamura being Japanese. And... I don't have a problem with it because the professional wrestling people, like, it's just that's what's gonna happen. And
but hey, Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter had to fucking apologize for a storyline for stepping on what did they do? What did they do? Have to apologize for? Was it like the Mexican jokes and stuff, or was it a flag thing? I forget what they said.
Stepped on a flag.
I know Jericho did.
Yeah, Jericho stepped on a flag in like Puerto Rico or some shit.
I thought it was Brazil.
Was it Brazil? Yeah, it was Brazil.
Okay.
It was one of the places you don't do that because they will fuck you up.
I think it's funny though because they always say, "Oh, everybody knows wrestling's fake," until they get offended by it. It's like, "Oh wait, it's not fake. It's no, dude, it's a fucking story." But no, it's real. No, it's fake.
It's
you
fake.
said it was fake.
Okay, Sons of Anarchy. You don't get mad at them and tell them to fucking apologize.
Yeah, exactly. So continue. Sorry.
Well, no, and that's kind of the thing. Is like, people are all problems. That's a racist promo. Like, have you not heard the shit that like we used to say about other people in wrestling or
the Iron
anyone
Sheik
promo against Iron Sheik, fucking Sergeant Slaughter turning on America? Like, it's wrestling. You attack the thing that they are.
So did John Cena apologize when he said bulge area, making fun of Bulgaria?
No, because nobody cares about Bulgaria.
Oh, come on. wait. Will you stop it? I had to do my wannabe Gorilla Monsoon impression, which was it was a massive failure. Don't worry.
I was like, why are you just yelling at me for no reason?
Sorry. Oh my god. After that fucking train wreck.
Yeah, wow.
Sorry.
This is your life segment, ladies and
gentlemen. All right. Da, da, da. I'm more of doing the music than I am impressions.
Yeah, we just have a whole show where we have to talk only in musical cues.
Oh, dude, I got it.
And that would be.
Okay, let's get into two more things and get the fuck out of here, man. I got like a whole shitload of school things to do.
Yeah, I got a bar I gotta go to.
Oh, lucky you. You're gonna get drunk while I have to do fucking human services and math work. It's gonna be great. So New Japan. A lot has happened. They have the road to
Kobe this weekend.
Yeah. And so they have this weekend is gonna be Omega versus my fucking nemesis. No, sorry. My least favorite wrestler in the wrestling game, Juice Robinson. It's not because I'm a fucking Kenny Omega mark where I don't like Juice Robinson. I just don't like Juice Robinson. I just don't. I don't know why. He just gets on my fucking nerves. I didn't like him in NXT. I do not like him in New Japan. I do not know why I don't like him. It's just something about him.
Just don't like. He doesn't like your face.
Yeah.
I don't like your face.
I don't like you either. But it did also on this not pay-per-view, but this event, you have what's the other cool matches they have going on here? They have Naito versus Ishii, and they also have, or is that next month?
No, Naito Ishii. No, no, you're right. Naito Ishii and Evil Okada is King of Pro Wrestling.
And that's in October. A lot of things have gone on, but the one thing I do want to get into is when we had the matches between the Killer Elite Squad and War Machine and the Guerrillas of Destiny. When you had Kushida versus El Desperado, when you had Zack Sabre Jr. and you had Tanahashi, all those things had in common?
Shitty booking.
No, well, I guess if you consider that.
My God, War Machine. Fuck.
No, the thing I think I didn't like, none of the titles changed hands. Same with Minoru Suzuki versus Michael Elgin. Didn't change hands.
Yeah, I don't think that they know what they want to do with their belts right now. I think that there's too many belts.
Mm-hmm.
They need to lose one, and I think that Minoru Suzuki should retire the never open weight. It's just a I don't know. Yeah, I really think El Desperado should have won.
I don't know. I don't think so. I like the story that's building up out of that, because if you've seen it, what happened? Not you, but I'm talking to everybody else. Everybody else in the universe hasn't seen it. Kushida beats El Desperado. What a really good match. The match was great, but at the end, the loser of the Best of the Super Juniors, Will Ospreay, comes out.
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. And then
I
also
love this.
comes out is Hiromu Takahashi.
Well,
He comes out. Hiromu gets fucking without Daryl. Oh, sorry, gets punched in the face by Will Ospreay. So they're either building up for a triple threat match, or they're doing a rematch of the Best of Super Juniors, which I'm fine
with
with.
the triple threat, but they're probably gonna do the Best of the. No, fucking do the triple threat. That'll be so much fun.
But how often is there really really weird matches for titles in New Japan?
Not. It's normally a one-on-one affair.
Yeah. I mean, they had the triple threat for the tag team titles, but
those matches have actually surprisingly been fun, but I do agree that Killer Elite Squad or Gorillas should have won the belts. I would have preferred them go on the Gorillas because Gorillas are funny as fuck in these matches.
Oh, yeah.
Tama Tonga screaming like a girl is just... what the fuck?
Tama Tonga is funny.
Yeah, like he's just his sense of humor, and then but he backs it up in the ring. So those have been fun. I look forward to seeing the next one. What is it? Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday morning.
So. Yeah, so Friday night, Saturday morning.
I'm at a show on Friday night in LA.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go to that thing because the Sunday it's gonna be the pay per view. Friday's Ring of Honor, but Sunday is No Mercy. In LA.
I'll be back here by. We're coming home Saturday.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
It's a jaunt down there.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, I'm sure. Then you have all these matches, and I'm very excited for all of them. I just kind of wish a title you don't have the never openweight challenge, the never openweight tag team titles defended anymore. It seems like. How long is fucking Bushi, Sonata, and Evil had those belts?
I don't know. Is Bushi the only one that holds them too?
Yeah, well, him and Sonata I think sometimes does too, but I don't.
Jason
Evil's
weird.
not.
Evil and Naito need to fight again. No, they never fought.
I think Los Ingobernables need to get more people, to be honest.
They need to do something because they're feeling a little. I'm more afraid of Suzuki Gun than fucking LIJ.
Oh yeah, no, because you look at it, Bullet Club's huge, Suzuki Gun's huge. Chaos is bigger than Los Ingobernables. You need to get more people in there. So I don't know. Not sure what you gotta do.
You know who I don't like? Is Taichi.
I like Taichi.
I want to punch him in his face.
That's why I like him, dude. I fucking dislike him. When I first saw him, I was like, I fucking hate this guy. And then all of a sudden, you started just kind of growing on me. His music's hella tight. No, 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 his mouth. Pretends to sing it, and he comes out with that chick, and if it wasn't for the tag team thing, because I know it was him and God damn it, what was the other guy they had?
The guy that drinks whiskey.
The guy that drinks whiskey. I don't know his name. I can never pronounce it, so I'm gonna say the guy drinks whiskey. It was them versus Ricochet and Taguchi, and Taguchi and Taichi had this thing going on, but now it looks like all this thing is kind of going away. It seems like 'cause it looks like Rocky Romero is starting Roppongi 3000, and it's going to be him and somebody else versus Ricochet and Taguchi. So we'll see. Also. Who was the person that Yujiro Takahashi's going after?
Yujiro Takahashi's going after the junior heavyweight.
Yuzo Kishida?
No, yes.
No, he was going after somebody. God damn it. I'm drawing a blank. I know it was important though. Oh, it's Trent Beretta.
There we go. Yeah.
He was going after Trent. Yeah, he was talking all this shit. So yeah, he's going after Trent Beretta. So I mean, there's the storyline. I haven't seen a Yujiro Takahashi storyline by himself for a while. So it's that's kind of cool.
I think he just kind of gotten himself over.
You think he got himself over?
Well, that helps. Muffin ass is
She definitely helps a lot.
Helps.
Yeah, it's not bad to have a beautiful woman next to you to get over. Ask Macho Man. Well, even though he was already over too. But so we already go over New Japan. Let's get into the last thing. Well, actually, one last tie-in to New Japan / Ring of Honor. The pay-per-view is Death Before Dishonor, and that happens this Friday, the 22nd, in Las Vegas. Chris and Gianna, you guys should go. And the main match I'm excited to see, very easy to say, Cody versus Minoru Suzuki. That's going to be a fucking bloodbath, man. It's going to be great. I'm all excited.
I wonder if Cody's like, I really don't want to fight you.
Dude, I see Brock. I've said this before. I've seen Brock. I've seen Braun. I see all these people. Nope. I would rather fight them than Minoru Suzuki wrestling-wise, like WWE-wise. Like, the way that he's presented in New Japan, he is one scary motherfucker, dude. Minoru Suzuki is an older gentleman, but, he's really good at shoot wrestling and MMA, but he's just sadistic and he's scary, and fuck that. Like, he's just the scariest guy in wrestling, in my opinion. But then you got Cody, man. You got the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and now you got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody is doing this whole sadistic American Nightmare thing really well. It's going to be really cool to see those two face off.
Yeah.
Yep. And then finally, we got No Mercy. Not No Mercy.
No Mercy.
It is No Mercy, yeah. No Mercy. We got No Mercy this Sunday from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Nick will be there the day before, but he will not be at the show.
I know. If we knew it was gonna be here, we'd go to the show tomorrow night here. But we had already bought a hotel room and everything. I was like, motherfucker.
And who are you seeing again?
Milky Chance. It'll be whatever.
You're going for your girlfriend, but still, man. Like, if you like the
My
music,
girlfriend.
Oh, your wife. Sorry, dude. So weird. Sorry, your wife. God damn it.
I was married for 2 fucking years.
No, dude, nobody besides you and a few other really rare occasions of our friends are married. So it's still it's not embedded in my head that people get married. So it's like, yeah,
wedlock, you fucking sinner.
Oh, I know, right? No, I have a kid. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird. You're married. I have a kid. It wasn't like that when I moved. Okay, fuck you.
It's not my fault. Blame whiskey.
Yeah, no, I definitely blame whiskey for both those things. You're married, I have a kid.
I'm like, Dad, you're a dick.
All these things brought to you by whiskey. So that's our new sponsor, whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey. I'm probably happy.
Even though I don't drink anymore, I'm still sponsored by whiskey. Yeah, so we got No Mercy coming this Sunday. I don't know all the matches, but I'll go over the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. And I will start with the tag team titles. We got the Shield, well, kind of the Shield, and you got the Bar.
The Bar?
Wonderbar!
I'd rather the Bar win them so that they could fucking have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins fight each other at Survivor Series, but I don't know.
I think there's still more to do with this, thing of Dean and Seth. It would suck to see them break up right now, because let me ask you a real question. Okay, the Bar, they lose, they can go face everybody and kind of keep doing what they're doing. If you break up Ambrose and Rollins, where do they go?
You can put Ambrose. Oh fuck yeah. Back to shitty writing.
Yeah, they were fucking both just kind of there.
I don't know. Put Dean Ambrose on commentary for a while.
Why, so you be goofy Dean Ambrose?
He's always been goofy Dean Ambrose. It's just no one realized that he was goofy Dean Ambrose. So like, hey, go be goofy Dean Ambrose.
I hate it though, man. I liked it when he's part of the Shield where he was fucking nuts. He's not nuts anymore. He's just fucking, I am Dean Ambrose. Look at me with his hot dog cart. Oh, yuck.
He doesn't even like Dean Ambrose with a hot dog cart.
Yeah. I mean, so it's just like, I don't understand it. But I'm going to say that Dean and Seth, they keep it.
They retain?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. What do you got?
I don't know. I'd say the Bar, but I think you're right with the storytelling aspect.
Okay. All right. Next match. We got the Certified G for getting annoying versus the Mad King of the Cruiserweights, Neville.
Probably Enzo.
You think Enzo? You think so?
Unfortunately.
You think so for Enzo?
Ugh. I want Neville to win, but I can see the WWE being like, all right, we're going to put this belt on you because you've made us money,
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up and don't let it go to your head, or else we will humble your ass so goddamn fast.
I'm gonna go with Neville.
Well, but just think, like, Enzo will cheat to win. He's already proved he'll cheat to win. Even though he acts like a babyface, he is still wrestles as a heel. So, or Neville will get disqualified. And
I can see that.
still beats him, but keeps the belt on Neville.
Okay.
Like the dick kick thing. Like Enzo hits him, he kicks out at 2, the ref gets distracted, Neville goes through the same thing to retaliate, and the ref sees it.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
So
we'll see. Like for right now, I'm just because I said it, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going with Neville. You're going with Enzo.
yeah.
Okay. So for the women's championship, we have a 5-way. We have Nia Jax, Emma, Bailey, Emma, Bailey, Sasha Banks, and our champion Alexa Bliss. Who you got?
I want to go to Emma. I want the Zack Ryder play.
I almost want to go with you just for the sheer fact that I haven't heard anyone else say it, and WWE likes to do stupid shit like that.
But I mean, they won't because it diminishes the title. Odds are Emma's eating the fucking pin.
Yeah. Could be. Very much so. Could be. I'm gonna go with, like I said earlier in the show, I'll go Sasha, and then I think Bailey's gonna hit the Bailey to belly later on.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be this other way. Maybe Bailey wins it, and after the match, like they go shake hands, and Sasha's like, "Oh, you're the winner, okay." And then those are in the bank statement, or
her face and slap her.
Yeah, something crazy. So I mean, who knows? We'll see either way. Next match we have for the Intercontinental Championship: Jason Jordan versus The Miz.
The Miz should win, but who fucking knows? Honestly, like they should let The Miz break some of those records. And just be like, we're gonna put you up there. But Jordan and him should have a match to get Jordan over and losing. Because that's what he needs. He needs to get over. Putting the belt on him won't get him over.
No, I agree with you on that 100%.
It'll diminish the value of that championship. Sorry.
I think he loses because the Miz Taraj. I think the Miz is going to keep it. And what's going to happen is you kind of saw it on Raw. Like, I think it was last week. But the one you're at. I think it was the one you're at. Or was it 2 weeks ago? I forget.
Told him, like, what'd you think was going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. Was that last week?
No, I was at that.
Okay, so you were at that. Okay. So, you could see that he's fucking breaking. And he's already lost to Roman. He's lost to Cena. Something is going to break in Jason Jordan. I think they still need to get there. So I think the Miz beating him kind of pushes him a little bit more.
So we're going to have broken Jordan?
No, he's just going to turn heel. It's not going to be that cool.
Like, whoa, really? They worked that hard to get that gimmick?
Oh, and by the way, I think Asuka will be at this pay-per-view. Going back to the women's match. I think Asuka's showing up at the end.
Maybe. She's not back to October, though.
Yeah, it's almost October.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. Actually, a week and a half away from October.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! That's why I need to get the samples back on my computer so I can put the oh my god sample there. No, because hockey starts in 2 weeks, brother. 2 weeks starts hockey.
Oh yeah, brother.
Good brother. Brother me softly.
Brother.
Not a good brother. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I want to see the club back into more stuff because they're probably the funniest of all the tag teams right now. They're great. I like the club. Next match going forward.
APA with the bar and the club.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? If Farouk and Bradshaw sitting down the APA, the bar, and the club.
See, you'd look at that, and then you'd see like almost a Sesame Street music. Which one of these is not like the other? Which one of these is not the same? And you'll show like everybody at the bar drinking, and all you see is Cesaro sipping coffee. Like, hey guys, he's never drinking alcohol in his life. He said.
That's weird. He's Swiss.
They like coffee. So yeah, but he said he doesn't drink at all, man. But Sheamus drinks. He's known for it. Same with the club.
Yeah,
So.
the talk is Jericho with the club and Braun Strowman and vodka.
Oh, dude, they're wasting. It's hilarious.
Drunk as fucking all hell.
Dick in the dirt, drunk. So the next match, I think there's only 2 more matches I can think of off the top of my head. If you think of something, please tell me, because I'm doing this without a piece of paper. This is where I get a little bit bitter. These 2 matches are the matches I want to see at WrestleMania, not No Mercy. And
No mercy.
No Mercy. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus John Cena. And does this main event over the other match?
Probably.
Okay, then let's do the other one first. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. Who do you got?
Fuck, man. It's truly hard because it's like you can believe the belt's coming off of Brock, but I have the feeling it's gonna get ended in a way that both end up being protected, whether it be a DQ, whether it be Paul Heyman maybe interfering, Samoa Joe coming back and fucking up Lesnar.
Maybe.
I think Joe's out another like 6 weeks though, but like something like
I think Joe's coming back in the next match. Like that's like John Tony said it. And, like it sucks when he said it. I even hit him up like, "Damn, he took my idea." But I'll get into that in the next match.
so.
But I think Lesnar wins. I think he's been beaten up and bitched out so many times. It's almost inevitable. Even though I'd like to see Braun win the belt.
He should win the belt. I mean, it seems like he can do a lot with it. And plus, Braun could do the Braun Strowman Open Challenge.
Yeah. Who's going to really beat him?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about that. That Universal title has had Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar. It's had 4 champions.
Yeah.
Like, it's been almost a year on Lesnar. Like, that belt, like, all they're doing is building a huge record for him to deal with.
Yeah, just so Roman Reigns can pass it.
Yeah, I mean, Roman is going to be the next John Cena, whether people like it or not. And it's not that he's going to be John Cena, but he has that role. You know, they see that in him.
He's the face of the company. That's what he's going to be.
I don't see him. But the thing is, what's funny is everyone's all pissy about that. And I'm like, what's Roman Reigns going to do outside of this company?
Nothing. But I think that's what Vince likes.
And maybe that's the thing is he doesn't see that him being like, oh, this motherfucker, God damn it, he's going to do you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But see, at least Cena knows too. He's like, yeah, well, you know, man, it's all good. I'm going to come back and forth. He's not like The Rock who just straight bounced. You know, but I've said this to you, like, you know, over the phone too. I think it's good for John Cena. Like, I mean, he's going to make a lot of money doing the movie roles. Because think about this. Look at the 2 biggest actors right now in, like, Hollywood. The Rock, and if you want to be real about it, Dave Bautista's getting a lot bigger in the movie world. And I know there's 2 people up for that Shazam role. Some guy I've never heard of, but I'm not the biggest movie guy ever. Or John Cena. And you look at the success of Batista. You look at the success of The Rock. Tell me that John Cena is not the obvious choice.
But he's up for the role of Shazam. Luckily, Shazam is like John Cena.
He looks like John Cena.
Yeah. And The Rock looks like Black Adam.
Yeah, it works.
They're both perfect casting. I wish I knew who the other guy was.
Batista gets in there too.
Batista. Oh, David.
Batista can be Thanos.
he can't cross over to the DC universe.
I know. God damn it. I just think he has that weird look to him. Fine. If I use a DC character, then he should make him Solomon Grundy. Or he could have been Bane if they just put a mask on him.
Although he's closer to Bane than Solomon Grundy. Great Khali would be a great Solomon Grundy.
No.
Or Kurgan.
Solomon Grundy's a big fucking monster, though, dude. He's like not just tall and lanky. He's a fucking big dude.
So you saw 300, right?
Which one?
The first 300.
Yes.
Can you remember the big monster they lopped the head off of?
Wasn't that Great Khali?
No, it's Kurgan.
Oh yeah, it was Kurgan. Yeah, you're right. My mistake.
So,
but
they could make him a big ass hulking monster.
Do you know who'd be a good Solomon Grundy?
Kevin Owens.
Fat joke. Well played. No, I was thinking either Braun Strowman or Matanza.
Matanza is as tall as I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably Braun. But like the bulkiness, he has the bulkiness of Solomon Grundy.
Or the
just off
dude that
the
plays
size.
the mountain.
Oh, that's even better. That's where they
Or
got to go.
the dude that plays the hound.
No, the Hound's not that big. God damn it. Hound's my favorite character, by the way. Love the Hound. Bad
Game Ball!
Okay, back to wrestling, not Game of Thrones. Fuck it. Gotta wait another year and a half for Game of Thrones.
Fuck me.
Yeah. So we both have Brock, correct?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna take Braun. Fuck it. Why not?
I hope you're right. I hope that doesn't swerve us.
I mean, it would be the best swerve.
Okay, and the last match of the night, the man, John Cena, versus the original face that runs the place, John Cena. Mr. Roboto. Who do you got?
Who do you got?
I know. You had to think about it longer. I see.
Who do you have?
Okay, so this is going to sound like such. I said it earlier too, because I said that Don Tony had kind of maybe the same idea. I see Joe interfering. It keeps them both strong because you don't want to have either one of them beat the other one. If I have to go clean right now, fuck. See, there's two ways you could do it. The writing sucks. So it's hard to say. You can have Roman Reigns lose and be like, oh, I can't believe I lost to him. Oh, my God. And then have the redemption story where he beats him in a later pay-per-view.
You mean WrestleMania?
You know? Well, yeah, but they're not going to do WrestleMania. They already have Brock and him labeled for that. But maybe Royal Rumble. But I think if they're going to do it, because WWE's writing is so shitty, if it's clean, Roman's going to win.
Yeah. Wait, we should be getting close to, no, Royal Rumble time. Who do you think's going to win the Rumble?
AJ Styles.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I know that's nothing new. I think a few people have said that. I think Solo Monster said that, a few people. But it does make a lot of sense.
Mojo Rawley, no.
Oh, my God. If he went to another fucking Battle Royal.
I don't know. Mojo could win it.
I mean, in actuality, you think about it, man, Braun Strowman should win it. But it's either gonna be AJ Styles or Roman Reigns who wins the Royal Rumble. Or Brock.
I swear to God, if Roman Reigns wins another Royal Rumble, people are gonna Roman wins, we riot.
Yeah. Just because, dude, somebody has to go for the world title. So who's it gonna be? You already think about the matches. AJ and Nakamura is very, very much discussed. And then you got Roman Reigns, who's going to be there probably against Brock Lesnar. So one of those three guys have to win, or one of the four, depending, if you're going to have to get the title off of Shinsuke and then back on the Shinsuke. But I think he's going to keep it until WrestleMania. So I think it's going to be one of those three. It's going to be AJ, Brock, or Roman.
Yeah. Fuck. AJ and Nakamura at WrestleMania.
Oh, dude, actually, you know what? Check this out. Think about it. I just thought it was top of my head. So, yeah, AJ Nakamura, fuck yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. What if Braun wins this week, right? Say Braun wins this weekend. Later on this week, or not this week, later on this year, probably around Survivor Series, Royal Rumble area, Roman Reigns beats Braun Strowman for the title. So that keeps Braun out of the Rumble match itself. Roman gets the belt. Brock Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble to be the challenger facing Roman for the belt at WrestleMania.
Brock has a rematch clause.
Well, that can be anything can happen to that. You think so? You think Brock's gonna hold the title to WrestleMania?
I fucking sure as hope not.
Yeah, I know. I just thought trying to mix it up a little bit and see what happens.
They need to put that belt back on TV. It's like oh, look at the title. Like everyone talks about Hogan had those kind of title reigns and all this. I'm like, yeah, but we're not in that era. Kids have short attention spans.
Yeah.
They need to see the belts. Remember who's the champion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think also too, it's going to sell more belts. Those people want to buy those fake belts. Who's going to want to buy it? It's like, oh yeah, I don't even see it. What belt is it?
And the SmackDown version.
And I'm sorry, dude. And I hate to say this about anyone who thought the brand split was a good idea, because I tried to give it a chance. But with the house shows being so shitty, they need to make that one roster again.
Yeah, it's interesting because they're able to get some pretty solid writing off of certain parts, but I think it's time to have the Survivor Series where if I win, they stay split. If you win, they combine. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, whatever it works to get them back together. Because, dude, you need all the drawing power you can get. You need AJ Styles and Roman Reigns on the same show. You need Seth Rollins and you need Kevin Owens on the same show. Like, you need all these guys that intertwine where you want to have all the people who want to see them all at once. You split the shows up, you're making people divided on which show they're going to go to. If they don't have, with the economy like this, we don't have the money to go to both.
No, you got to pick your show, and that's what they want. You want your pick your show. Their merch sucked too. I wanted the Elias shirt, and they didn't even carry any Elias merch. How's a wrestler supposed to get over if they can't sell their merch?
But I'm sure they had 4 John Cena shirts.
Yep. Connor's Cure shirt, Roman Reigns shirt, Roman Reigns vest, Roman Reigns glove.
But no Elias shirt.
Elias shirt.
And it's funny, too, how much we hated Elias in NXT, but how much we actually kind of like him in WWE.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite effect that usually happens.
Yep. What else we got? Or are we getting the hell out of here?
Who'd you pick, Cena or Roman?
I'd like to see Cena win because it can tell a better story. If Roman wins, it's over.
Okay. I agree with that. I wish that would happen, but I see Roman winning if it's not interfered by Joe, and that's my prediction. Joe's going to interfere. But with that being said, let's get some plugs out there. If you guys have a chance, check out all the shows on the Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle Network. That means, like, Dark Chronicles, Castle Chronicles, Breakfast Soup, blah, 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 Breakfast with Blasey. Also, check out Wrestling Soup, and then on Saturdays, the Shitbox is back, baby! And then also, check out Soul Monster Sounds Off, check out Knuckle Up, check out NoDQ.com, the boys over there. For us, you can find us on Twitter under Wrestle Gremlins, under the Wrestling Gremlins podcast. Same with Facebook. Also, which we're not really on Facebook much, but I probably should change that. We're kind of drifting away from Mixcloud because, like, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. I want it to be more video based, and yeah, we get no money from YouTube, but who gives a shit? We're not doing it for the money. We're sticking on YouTube. So for right now, unless Nick opposes, we're only going to be on YouTube. And for the Wrestling Gremlins podcast, man, I am Bobby. That gentleman is Nick. Everybody have a really cool Ring of Honor weekend and WWE weekend on the pay-per-views. Good night.
No mercy, bitches.